What's going on, apes? My name is Tyler and welcome back to the channel. Now, we're obviously going over a ton of information in this video. We're going to talk about some breaking news, how a brand new hedge fund just came out publicly saying they have a short position as far as recently on AMC stock. And this is a big factor of why we actually did pop today. So we're going to talk about that. But there's many other things you guys need to know when it comes to the AMC pop that we did see today. Over 12%. This was a beautiful setup. We're seeing this volume increasing, so there's a ton of information to go over. I don't want to waste too much time with the intro because, like I said, there's a lot to go over. So if you guys want to see AMC stock continue on this rally, hopefully go through a bit of a gamma squeeze as well as a short squeeze, nevertheless, make sure to drop that like on the video as well as comment down below. Let me know what you think earnings will entail. I do think they will be very good. I will be making a big trade on this, so if you guys want to be notified in real time when a trade is bought or sold for AMC or any other stock, check out the link down below for the buy and sell alerts. Well, at the same time, while you're down there, consider subscribing to the channel and hitting the notification bell so you'll be notified when these videos are uploaded. So with that being said, guys, let's first off acknowledge the technical analysis, get the boring stuff out the way before we really talk about the juicy information and the main reasonings why AMC stock is going up so much today. Like I said, we closed at 12.30% positive on the day, down in after hours 0.63%. We were just down over 1%, so we're starting to rebound in after hours. I do expect by the end of after hours, come 8 o'clock, we will be positive for after hours, and then we are likely to continue this rally throughout the rest of the week. But as far as the technical do currently sit, we only broke under $30 for a very brief period, guys, hitting this low at $28.57, bouncing back up over our critical support level before we obviously did break under that, which was $33 per share. So as long as we stay over $33, the scene here is very bullish. Now, we won't get a bullish confirmation until we do break out past $40. Ultimately, like I said in a lot of these videos, break out past the 200-day moving average, which good for us. This has actually been coming down, so this is at $45.97. So if we can break out of that, that'll really signify this bullish rally, because we did get confirmation this will be a major resistance level. Back here, this was July 21st when we did hit this, literally did not go any higher than this 200-day moving average at $46.50, bounced right back under that and pretty much gapped down ever since then. So that's basically where we look as far as the technicals are concerned. We did see the volume come back into the stock, so we're going to want to see if tomorrow we have another volume increase for the day. For the day on volume, we've seen 107 million for volume. That is incredible relative to what we just seen not too long ago, about half that amount, hovering at about 50 million for volume. Not really doing too much price action during that time, but we're seeing the volume come in, we're seeing the price going up. Now, do I think shorts are covering? Hell no. Shorts are not covering. If they wanted to cover, they would have been covering already. When the stock was at $28, why would you not cover your short positions? That's simply not the case. When we get into the options, that'll make a little bit more sense of what is actually going on here, but I actually think there is continued shorting going on. Now, let's break that down a little bit more for you guys. Like I said, with the options, we seen in yesterday's video, we had close to 80,000 contracts that were in the money on the put side. Now, as you guys do know, with a gamma squeeze, the hedge funds, institutions, they have to buy the shares to essentially sell them to you at a higher price, keep the difference in the spread. We all do know the casino never loses. Most options expire worthless, so options are a huge form of income for hedge funds, institutions, and specifically market makers like Citadel. But when it's on the put side, you have these put contracts, they actually have to go out and short the stock on the open market so they don't lose money on all of these winning trades that people that are obviously buying these puts were winning on. So when that does happen, they start to unwind some of their short positions. This is not short positions in the way that you think they are. These are just hedging. These are very short term. This is not covering whatsoever. So that's really what's going on here. We had about half of the contracts that were in the money go out of the money. That is due to the $30 strike being so heavily weighted to the put side. So obviously, the more we do see these puts go out of the money, obviously the better price action we're going to see with AMC stock, the more calls that are going to go in the money, but nothing significant, guys. We're gonna have to see a big move to see a significant gamma squeeze as far as hedge funds and institutions actually having to buy shares. So I don't necessarily think we're gonna see a large gamma squeeze, but we're gonna get back up, in my opinion, to maybe $40 by Friday. That would not surprise me, just because of the simple fact that I think we're starting to see an earnings run up. I did not know if this was going to be the case, but typically you do see an earnings run up a couple days before earnings, and earnings, as we do know, is on August 9th, and that is next Monday. So if you want to make positions on AMC, go long or go short, whatever, buy calls, buy puts, short the stock or buy the stock, you're gonna have to do that by Friday. So odds are we're gonna see this continued rally just because there's so much enthusiasm around AMC earnings. I do personally expect them to, one, give good guidance, and some of these questions that apes are asking, over 4,200 questions. Obviously, they're not all going to be asked. The most important ones are going to be asked, but I do think you're going to get a lot of good information from the top questions that apes want to ask on the webinar. And obviously, this has never happened before, so we don't know what to expect. Market makers, hedge funds, institutions, nobody knows what to expect. Besides, we are going to see good guidance. The only thing that could stop this earnings rally at this point, I think this was a bit of a confirmation, seeing a 12.3% move 3 days before your last chance to get in on AMC before earnings. I think the only thing that could really mess this up is basically a forced vaccination by everybody to be able to participate in theaters, going or bowling or whatever you guys want to do, go into anywhere. We've seen that in New York, which unfortunately is their largest source of revenue. That region, LA, is the second largest source of revenue, but I don't think that is going to happen. And the further down the line we do get from this, I don't think this is going to be a worry, but that is a possible negative catalyst that you guys should be made aware about, because there's going to be a whole group of people that don't want to take the vaccine or won't take the vaccine, and obviously that is your guys' choice, but this will obviously create less demand everywhere. So that is definitely a one of the biggest near-term bearish catalysts, but for everything, for all AMC sakes, I think the overall sentiment is very bullish here. Now, on the other hand of this, guys, there is three main reasons. Those are the two main reasons AMC is really rallying today: earnings and the fact that you're seeing a lot of these puts that are going out of the money that were in the money. So you're seeing a lot of reverse hedging going on. You're seeing a lot of shorts actually covering these shorted shares that they did have to do for these options, which I'll say this again, this is much different than the short interest we are seeing on Ortex. So don't get that confused whatsoever. That's not the point of what I'm trying to say here. But on the other side of this, guys, we are seeing a hedge fund coming out and saying that they shorted AMC at about $30 per share. Now, for whatever reason, because the market works in weird ways, whenever hedge funds and institutions come out and say they are shorting the stock, AMC tends to have a positive reaction. And that's exactly what we did see today, guys. This says another hedge fund is shorting AMC as the meme stock darling falls below $30. O'Day Asset Management is plotting a short bet against AMC, according to a Financial Times report. An investor letter cited to the FT points to a major distortion stemming from AMC's retail-driven run-up. As AMC's price has fallen below $30, short bets against AMC have begun to grow. Another hedge fund is plotting a short bet against AMC, I just read that, in a trade led by partner James Hanbury. Odyssey Asset Management, a hedge fund managing over $4 billion, has taken out a short position against AMC on the theory that retail zeal has driven the movie chain stock above sustainable levels. Major distortions stemming from AMC's retail-driven run-up have presented some compelling short opportunities, according to an investor letter written by Hanbury and obtaining by FT. Now, when O'Day Asset Management did come out and say that they shorted AMC stock, the only thing relative that you guys need to even know is, one, like I said, this is having an impact on why AMC stock is going up. The market works in weird ways. Sometimes you can't explain it. Sometimes good news is bad news is good news, but they did not say a specific price that they did pay or how many shares they did sell short. All they said, it was around $30, and they did say that this was a recent thing, not months ago, not a month ago. This was probably something that happened in the last few days, if not the last week, if I were to imagine. Now, let's take a look at the institutional ownership, because on the other hand of this is more speculative, but I do think hedge funds and institutions are starting to buy the stock again, and we're seeing this reflected in the 13F filings. We did get quite a bit of these over the last three to 4 days. Some of these, obviously, this what was this, August 2nd and August 3rd were pretty red, so you did see quite a bit of firms actually selling out 100%. But after this red streak, you're seeing a lot of firms that are just buying and holding. A majority overall throughout this second quarter have been buying and holding AMC stock, and we're starting to see a lot of retirement systems, a lot of states that are buying AMC stock, which is going to create some level of stability over the long term. You see 46,000 shares here. You see this firm holding over 5,668,000 shares, not doing anything with their positions, just holding, which is very bullish if hedge funds or institutions are even holding on to the stock, or especially if they are initiating new positions. And we did see this last time, the first time around with the actual short squeeze and gamma squeeze, but the second time around, June 1st through June 3rd, with the gamma squeeze. As we do know, shorts did not cover. Besides the shorts that were severely over leveraged and didn't have the collateral to stay in their short positions, obviously some of those did have to cover, but an overwhelming majority have held on to their whole entire short positions. And if we do take a look at the short interest owners, we can see this reflected yet again. We're seeing nothing but new positions and funds keeping their same short position. So obviously the 13F filings, they don't lie. They are not covering these short positions whatsoever, guys. So that is all for this video. Make sure to drop that like on the video if you want to see AMC stock continue on this rally, as well as comment down below. Let me know what you think earnings will entail. I want to get your guys' overall sentiment around if you think it's going to be bearish, if you think it's going to be bullish. I tend to think it is going to be bullish. And like I said, if you guys want to be notified when I make this big earnings trade on AMC, make sure to check out the buy and sell alerts link down below in the description. But we do it all. We day trade, swing trade, and long-term invest in stock, options, and crypto in all different kinds of companies. So definitely check that out if you want to be on the winning side of a majority of your trades. Also, while you're down there, consider subscribing to the channel and turning on the notification bell so you'll be notified when these videos are posted. Also, if you guys are not signed up with Public, definitely check that out. It is literally free money. They also do not use payment for order flow whatsoever, so your orders go straight to the exchanges. But point is, use that link, get up to $70 in your choice free stock in about 3 minutes time with no need to link a bank account or deposit a single dollar. It is by definition free money. Like I said, it only takes about 3 minutes to get your free stock. But with all of this information said to you guys and out of the way, I hope you guys enjoy the rest of your night, and I will see you in the next video.